Tiny Tales TV, where every story is magical. Far beneath the shimmering waves of the ocean lay a magnificent kingdom of coral and pearls, the Kingdom of Atlantica. Its walls glowed softly in the filtered sunlight, and its towers were made of shells and crystal. Fish of every color swam gracefully through the coral gardens, and music filled the water like a dream. At the heart of this realm lived King Triton, ruler of the seas, and his 6 daughters. But the youngest, Ariel, was unlike any other mermaid. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity, and her heart longed to know the world beyond the waves.
What must it be like? To walk, to dance, to feel the sun on your face.
Hidden deep in the coral reefs was Ariel's secret place, a grotto filled with treasures from the human world. Forks, mirrors, trinkets, and even a candelabra shimmered under the ocean light. Her best friend Flounder, a cheerful yellow fish, helped her collect them, while Sebastian, the king's crab advisor, often scolded her for venturing too close to the surface.
Ariel, child, the sea be your home, humans bring nothing but trouble.
But they build such wonderful things, Sebastian. Maybe they're not so different after all.
One moonlit night, Ariel swam to the surface and saw a great ship gliding across the waves. Lanterns flickered and laughter carried through the sea breeze. On deck stood a young prince, tall and kind-eyed, Prince Eric. Ariel watched in awe, but suddenly dark clouds gathered. A violent storm struck, and lightning shattered the mast. The ship capsized, and Eric was thrown into the sea. Without hesitation, Ariel dove through the wreckage, fighting the waves until she reached him. She carried him to shore and sang softly as he lay unconscious on the sand. As dawn broke, Eric opened his eyes briefly, seeing only Ariel's silhouette and hearing her voice before she vanished beneath the waves. Back in Atlantica, King Triton forbade Ariel to return to the surface, but her heart was already captured by the human world and by the prince who didn't even know her name. Desperate, Ariel swam to the darkest part of the ocean, to the lair of the sea witch, Ursula. The cave pulsed with eerie green light, and shadowy creatures slithered in the corners.
You wish to be human, my dear. I can make that happen, for a price.
What must I do?
Your voice, my sweet. In exchange, you'll have legs for 3 days. If you can make the prince fall in love with you and give you true love's kiss, you'll remain human forever. If not, you'll belong to me.
Ariel hesitated, but her love for Eric gave her courage. She agreed. Ursula captured her voice in a glowing seashell, and with a swirl of dark magic, Ariel's tail turned into legs. Ariel awoke on the shore, weak but alive. Her tail was gone, replaced by trembling human legs. She couldn't speak, but her eyes shone with joy and wonder. Prince Eric found her and brought her to his castle, believing she might be the one who saved him. Though she couldn't tell him the truth, her kindness and laughter won his heart. They spent their days exploring gardens and dancing by the sea. But every sunset brought Ariel closer to the end of her 3 days. Seeing Ariel's happiness, Ursula grew furious. To destroy her chances, she disguised herself as a beautiful woman named Vanessa, using Ariel's voice. She enchanted Prince Eric with the same song Ariel had sung to him on the beach. The prince, believing Vanessa was his rescuer, announced their wedding at sunset the next day. Ariel's heart broke as she watched the ship sail away. With help from Flounder and Sebastian, Ariel discovered Vanessa's true identity. As the wedding began, a storm erupted over the sea once more. Animals and sea creatures caused chaos on deck, breaking Ursula's shell necklace. Ariel's voice returned in a burst of light, and Eric finally realized she was the one who had saved him. He reached out to her, but the sun dipped below the horizon, and Ariel transformed back into a mermaid. Ursula rose from the sea in her true monstrous form, towering over the waves. King Triton appeared, willing to sacrifice himself for his daughter. But before she could strike, Prince Eric seized a broken ship's spear and plunged it into Ursula's heart. The sea witch screamed and vanished into a whirlpool of darkness. Peace returned to the ocean. Ariel, once again a mermaid, gazed longingly at the shore where Eric stood, searching the horizon. King Triton looked at her tenderly. He saw her love, her courage, and her sacrifice.
You belong where your heart truly is, my child.
With a wave of his trident, he transformed her tail into legs, this time forever. Ariel rose from the waves in a sparkling gown of seafoam silk. Eric ran to her, lifting her into his arms. Bells rang from the castle as the sea shimmered behind them. They were married on a sunlit ship, surrounded by friends from land and sea. Flounder leapt from the waves, Sebastian wiped his eyes, and King Triton raised his trident high, blessing the couple. If you like this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.